Said I'm going live. Okay, now it says I'm live. Oh boy, howdy. Nobody is here yet, of course, because it's only 3 seconds into live stream. What did that say? It said that I am live. Oh, funny. YouTube. You silly people. So, I'm sitting here. Got my cup of coffee out of my infidel mug. It says that. It's the same one. It's got that too. Hey, YouTube, this is only a coffee cup. Okay, it's not an actual gun. It's not a real gun. Okay, it's just a coffee cup. Yeah, I'm sitting here drinking my coffee. I was petting the dog, but the dog decided that I wasn't going to pet her anymore, apparently. So she has wandered off and is now chewing on part of what was at one time a cow. Some cow hooves. But folks, okay, hello to all two of you. For right now, if anyone, see if anyone get on the chat here in a minute, but then we'll get into what I wanted to talk about, whether or not anyone is in the chat or not. Because, I mean, to be perfectly honest, it is Tuesday. It is 6:30. This is an unscheduled live stream, and several YouTubers out there have a live stream on Tuesday. Some that I followed sometimes. Okay, goodbye. But some of them I follow. So anyway, we're getting back to normal. I'll just jump on into it. Hey, y'all, you hear? It's all going back to normal, and just as soon, in like 7 years. In like 7 years, we'll be back to normal. That's what they're saying. It's going to take 7 years for us to get back to normal, because that's how long it's going to take for everybody, for there to be like 75% to have taken this vaccine. I have a hard time believing this. And folks, I'm just a hillbilly from the hollers of West Virginia. But I have a hard time believing this. This from the same people that said 15 days to slow the spread a year ago. And someone fact check me. Well, actually it wasn't exactly a year ago. I honestly, I don't remember when all this really hit, but screw it. It's a generalization, people. Oh, I should have grabbed something stronger than coffee before I started in on this. No, I shouldn't have. No, I shouldn't have. I'd be cussing and ranting and raving, and it wouldn't be pretty. Y'all don't want to see this. I barely want to see this. But okay, so yeah, there we go. That way I don't just look like a floating head. Or was I distracted? I was distracted. That's what I was. Where I was. So yeah, these are the same people said 15 days to slow the spread. Whew. And now they're talking about vaccine. Why are we worried about a vaccine right now? They have admitted now that there's a vaccine, they have admitted that hydroxychloroquine works. They ruined people's careers for saying and having the audacity to say hydroxychloroquine worked at this virus. People who had the audacity of saying that hydroxychloroquine worked, they run them through the ringer, tried to ruin their lives, tried to discredit them. And now all of a sudden, oh, hey, hydroxychloroquine works. But people have been so indoctrinated about this that, oh, well, you just got to wear your mask, and you wear your mask, and then you'll be all safe, and you maintain 6 feet, and sometimes the mask, it doesn't work, so you got to put on 2, maybe 3, maybe 4 sometimes. This is what they're saying, like, and people are believing it, and I don't know. I'm at this point, I don't wear a mask. Very rarely do I wear a mask. And it's usually if the employee asks me to wear a mask, I wear a mask. Because, I'm not an a-hole. And I get it. They probably think it's as stupid as I do, but they're just doing their job. And that's fine. I'm in a private business institution and they're just doing their job. And I'm fine. And if you're going to ask me to wear a mask, then I'll wear a mask. As a business, a private institution. I'm not wearing it because old Governor Jim Festus and yes, I purposefully said it that way. Jim Festus. Yeah, I'm not doing it because he says so. I'm not. I'm sick and tired of this. I'm sick and tired of these churches hereabouts that, well, we had a case of COVID, so we're not going to have service for 2 weeks. There's churches right now in my area doing this. Normal, good old country churches, man. Like, there's churches mandating the wearing of masks. And maybe that's because they're afraid of the health department. But, when is the church supposed to be afraid of government tyranny? Or like government? Like, where does it say in the Bible, forsake not the gathering together? And I'm not going to argue one way or I'm not going to, for the sake of this live stream, I'm not going to argue what day to gather together. I'm not, Sabbath and Sunday and all. I'm not going to argue that right now. But where does it say in the scripture, forsake not the gathering together of one another, unless there's a pandemic? It doesn't. It says, forsake not the gathering together it's forsake not the gathering together of believers, more or less. That's what it says. That's scripture right there. A paraphrased version of it. I don't want to misquote scripture. But when did these churches, when did this society become so sissified that we're afraid of this virus that kills less than 0.5% of the people that get it? Actually, it's like less than Like honestly, it's less than 0.7. Or I mean it's like 99.7 or 99.8 people survive it to get it. Like I probably had it. I know a guy who probably has it or had it and has gone through it, but the tests don't work anymore, which we knew from the beginning. Like I'm nothing special, but we knew from the beginning they didn't work. That information was out there, but I mean, you had to look for it because they would silence it. Like, nope, how dare you say that this thing is not an effective test for COVID-19? How dare you say that it throws out false positives? And how dare you have the audacity, the audacity? How dare you have the audacity to say that this virus cannot be properly tested with this test we're using? That the how dare you accuse these medical professionals of having someone show up with other conditions and happen to potentially have the COVID-19 and then they pass away on a ventilator that you stuck there and might actually be killing people. How dare you have the audacity to claim that those people would lie and falsify whether or not it was a COVID-19 death or a death due to something else, like maybe a gunshot wound. That has happened. Like, how dare you accuse the fine medical institutions of doing such a thing, even though they actually got more money if it was a COVID-19 death? So, they would have an incentive to label it as a COVID-19 death. I'm so sick of bull crap. So I have a cousin who was an RN down somewhat near to DC. Like she's back in the country a little bit, but she's a little bit too close to DC for me. But she has COVID now, and she was excited to get COVID because she was getting bullied by her co-workers and the doctors and the RNs, all of them, getting bullied and pushed and prodded, like that she was some horrible person for not taking this vaccine. It's like, I'm not going to take it until I know it's safe, which I'd like to discuss with her um, the morality of the vaccine. Excuse me, I'd like to discuss that with her. But that's neither here nor there. But she was excited because now she doesn't have to take it. People will leave her alone because she's had it now. Coffee. So we're gone crazy. What it is. And people are just going lock in step, being the good little sheep with their little cell phone. And I'm actually getting on my cell phone because I'm going to look at some stuff here and read some stuff off that I found last night on ammo pricing. We're going to talk about that a little bit. Folks, all right, this is my personal opinion. I don't have any outside info. Like, I don't have any crazy information on what's going on. We had a lot of guns got sold last year. A lot of new guns got sold last year to people that had never bought a gun before. we're not talking about like me, that if I go and buy a shotgun, if I go and buy a 12 gauge shotgun, there's a good chance I've already got some shells for a 12 gauge shotgun, because I probably have other 12 gauge shotguns. These people that go out and they buy their first gun, there's a good chance they don't have any ammo for it. So they go and buy all the ammo. And then everybody who has guns says, holy crap, there's no ammo because all these people are buying ammo and guns. I better buy some ammo. And so everybody goes and buys ammo because everybody needs ammo. And there are some people that are just hoarding it, not even like stockpile. They're just hoarding ammo. And that's okay. There's a fine line between a prepper and a hoarder. But I mean, there are people that are just hoarding ammo. But there are people that are prepping and all of that too. So, and I get it. I'm not knocking anybody who went out and bought a bunch of ammo, because you know what? I'm not gonna knock you. But I got on ammoseek.com, and I don't know anything about them other than I've used this website before, and it was recommended me by an individual that I work with. But let me find it. Last night I was on AmmoSeek, and I was just curious, and so I looked and I said, what are the prices on 380 ACP? I don't shoot 380, but I was just curious. And they had it, like, because now what ammoseek.com is like a search engine. It's a search engine for ammo. Go in, you pick your caliber, cartridge, whatever, and then it'll find all across the internet all these different places that have it. Mountain City something, Ammo Shop Online, Green Country, yada yada yada. The cheapest last night that had 380 ammo was a 50 count of 380. So 50 rounds of 380 for $49.99. It's $1 a round, folks. It's $1 a round for freaking 380. Like that tiny. The little tiny round. Little 380. And then so I was also curious about what 22 long rifle was on the internet. And last night, you could buy 40 grain 22 long rifle, a brick of 500 of them for $94.99. A brick of 500 for almost $100. That's 19 cents a round. 19 cents a round. And the price range, and that's another thing, the price range went from 19 cents a round to $1.80. Or $1.80. Sorry, $1.80 a round. Let me go back and find the 380. The 380 ran from $1 a round to $4.49 a round. You could quite literally spend as much as you wanted on 380. And these are two small rounds. I don't have. I didn't save the I didn't save what, like, the screenshot or any of that, but I remember 9 mil at its cheapest was like 63 cents a round. Um, 7.62 by 39 was 50 cents a round, and the one that was 50 cents a round was like a crate of over 1,500 target rounds, like Romanian military surplus target ammunition, which had a weaker power charge and a hollow bullet. It was not. I mean, it's a target round. Okay, that's what it was for. That's what it was made for. Okay. Um, that's what's going on here. Your ammo prices are sky high. Through the grapevine, the price from the factory is going to go up in a couple of months. And I don't blame the price for going up because supply and demand, okay? I get it. But the price is talking about going up. They've got it set. There's a lot of rumor. Be careful who you believe. Be careful what you believe when it comes to this, especially, well, when it comes to yellow, you gotta be careful what you listen to. Because if you listen to some people, Cabela's has crates of ammo in the back, but they're holding it off until the price goes up. Well, maybe, whatever, maybe. Like I said, it's rumor. And it probably bears as much weight. It could be possible, but it's probably just a rumor. Um, but it's all nuts, man. We might actually be starting our own church. I'm not kidding you. I don't know, but we might be starting our own church, which could be a good thing. It's like I'm just so tired of people being cowards and saying we're going to wear a mask and we're not going to shake hands in church. No, you can come and we're gonna shake. You can come and you gotta sit. 6 feet apart from everybody, and you gotta wear a mask. And oh no, you can't shake hands or hug anybody. I'm like, I love these guys. I love these people. I'm gonna hug them. Or hey, we're not gonna have church for 2 weeks because somebody tested positive for COVID. Um, or here's the it's all crazy. We might be starting our own little church. I'm gonna start my own church, and there won't be any masks, and there won't be any social distancing. And if I want to give you a hug, then by golly, I'm gonna give you a hug. And if I want to shake I'm a hugger. I'm a hugger. Um, and if I want to shake your hand, then I'm gonna shake your hand. Like, and if you don't want to, then don't shake my hand. Like, that's cool. But I'm gonna try and shake your hand. And if you don't want to shake my hand, then don't shake my hand. If that makes you uncomfortable, then well, maybe you shouldn't be hanging around me anyway. But I'm tired of not being able to shake people's hands. Okay? I'm tired of it. I'm tired of this bull crap social distance junk that people have been indoctrinated and just been brainwashed into believing that this is something that needs to be done. And that if you don't wear a mask when you go into Kroger, that you want grandma to die. You want to kill grandma dead of COVID-19, the most deadly virus out there since the bubonic plague. I'm being completely facetious, okay? So chill, chill. Folks, I'm venting at this point. Nobody's in on the chat. So there's no back and forth. So I'm just ranting, okay? If anybody's watching and they want me to not rant, then get on the chat and we'll have a conversation, because folks, I need some interaction here. I need what's the word? Friggin' social interaction. And I get plenty of it, honestly, but I will say this, like, there's been one major benefit to all of this, is I've had to spend considerably less time around my in-laws. Most of my in-laws are fine. I love most of them to death, but there's a certain select few of my in-laws that I don't want any part to do with. So, that is what it is. I'd do anything I could for them, but I just don't want to be around them. If they were broke down, I'd go and give them a ride or help fix their car. But I don't want to spend Christmas with you, or Thanksgiving, or any other holiday for that matter, be it pagan or otherwise. Like, I don't care, like, what holiday it is. I don't want to spend any of them with you. Like much less to Tuesday, but it's neither here nor there. Hello out there. And I've taken entirely too long to drink my coffee because it is already cold. It was microwaved warm again. Oh. Well, it seems to cool quicker when it's been microwaved. I don't know why. Maybe it's just my imagination, but yeah, folks. Anybody who's watching this after the fact or whatnot, it's nuts out there. Let me see. I'm gonna find something here. Maybe. Goodness gracious. Yeah. But all right, folks. I reckon I'm gonna get out of here. It was a little short live stream today. I just needed to get that kind of vented out in the open. I've talked to a few people about it, and either tonight or probably tomorrow, I'm gonna get into it on my podcast on Podbean. If anyone's interested in that, kind of get a little bit more into the current events. HR Bill 137, I think. The impeachment trial, all of that. I don't really want to get into all of that here right now. I want to do what I can do, and I encourage y'all to do the same. So I think that's it, folks. Y'all have a good one. Signing out. God bless. End stream. End it now. There we go.